thrift store for $6.99, which is wonderful. But it's a children's walker, so I have to bend way over, and with my spinal bone pain, it's pretty awful. But at least, like, you know, getting from the parking lot to the theater wasn't too bad. And then I got in the theater, and the lights from the stage were really bothering me, and the sounds of other people, and I was still having a lot of auditory hallucinations of, like, ringing, like old-fashioned telephone rings and bells. So I put on my sunglasses, and that seemed to really help, and that was around the time that my eyes started getting really hurty, and they were really bloodshot. And then it was freezing for me in there, and I always take a sweater because it's always a little cold, so I had a hoodie-like thing. But it was too cold for me, so somebody went and got the costume closet, so I wore this big white fake fur around with my Christmas pajama pants that are red with white snowflakes, and they're flannel, and my headband and my sunglasses. I looked like a bag lady in a very expensive coat. So that part was funny. Since we've been home, I've given up on the walker because it really hurts my arms and my hands right now. So I'm sort of scooting across the floor. Because of that, doesn't really hurt my bum. Or I crawl. And as soon as we got home, I ate, and I took a lot more pain medicine and a lot more Benadryl. And I was able to finally sleep. So, I mean, I slept last night, but not very well and not very long. So I took a nap, and I think that's when I started to feel a little bit better. I haven't had an auditory hallucination since, but this bone pain in my face, I've gotten bone pain in my face, but this, like, yesterday and today, it's been, like, terrible, and then sort of more specific, like, somebody took 1,000 pins and shoved them deep in the bones all over my face on top of the achy bone pain. It's feeling like electric pins are everywhere, and in my eyeballs. That's been awful. And then when I sort of started losing control of my eyeballs, that's when I started to sort of think, uh-oh. So anyway, I'm in bed with my best nursemaids ever. There's one nursemaid, his name's Cooper. Cooper! See, there's Cooper, he's very handsome. He's one of my nursemaids. And another nursemaid is right there, that's Franny. Hi, Franny! You gonna come kiss me? And I had 2 kitty cat nursemaids, but there aren't my doggies pretty. My kitty cat nursemaids are Daisy and Smooch, but they've left the room since I started talking to the camera like a crazy person. And so I have my water, I have my phone to tell me when to take my pills. I have this, it's a teeny tiny TV. And so if I feel like doing something, because I've tried to read and I can look at pictures in a magazine, but I can't read very well, so I've got a teeny tiny TV. We'll see if that does it. Something to entertain me, because even if my eyes are hurting, I can listen to it. And so I'm just sort of, it's not very fancy, my room, but I love it. It's blue, and it's got artwork I like, and it's quiet. And the boys in my life, my boyfriend and his 16-year-old son, are watching football in the living room, so they're entertained. And as long as I don't have more convulsions, even though my face feels awful. Today's bad. It's a Babisha uprising. I hope you guys are all having good weekends. And oh yeah, I remembered what else I wanted to talk about, definition-wise, or in the science for dummies of Lyme disease. I wanted to talk about, because I read a lot about how once basically the illness enters a tick, what happens, because there's this whole process where the tick draws blood from an animal that's infected, and there's a special chemical, like, sort of process that happens in its jaw before it releases it into another person. So anyway, I want to talk about that sometime, along with other sort of scientific things, because I just sort of think they're interesting. But I think I'm done rambling for now. I'm still not brave enough to have video taken of me crawling across the floor, but also I'm not sure that they would want to stop watching football to do that. Oh yeah, okay, so have great weekends.